esta noche en tu primer evento?
Bueno, pues un poco nerviosa, porque pues no sé cómo vaya a ser todo, pero
Ajá,
pues
pero te vas a relajar, lo vas a disfrutar bastante.
con ganas de disfrutar la noche.
Además que nuestros caballeros son sumamente atentos, sumamente cordiales y la verdad que vienen con bastantes detalles, que es lo más importante. Bueno, Kimberly, cuéntanos un poquito de ti. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
29 años.
29. ¿Tienes hijos?
No,
No tienes. ¿Pero tienes proyectos de tenerlos? ¿Te gustaría?
por el momento no, pero pues de pronto más adelante, porque pues problemas ya personales y
Ok.
pues de
Como unos
físicos,
5 años, 3 años, algo así más o menos.
posiblemente.
Ok.
Con ganas, me encantan los niños.
¿Sí? ¿Y te gustaría cuando tener uno o 2 hijos?
Uno, con uno. Con uno ya.
¿Varón?
Me
¿O
gustan las
hembra?
niñas.
Las niñas.
Sí.
Ah, bueno, qué chévere. Bueno, ¿y qué te gusta hacer en tus ratos libres? ¿Cuáles son tus hobbies? ¿Qué te apasiona?
Amo cantar,
¿Amas
bailar.
cantar? ¿Pero
Sí.
cantas?
Me defiendo, aunque sea en el
Ok.
baño, pero me defiendo.
¿Ella canta bien?
Sí, 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 no, lo hago ahí como puedo, pero sí, me gusta.
Ok, ¿te gusta la música en general?
Todo tipo de música me encanta.
Ok, ¿te gusta bailar?
Me encanta bailar.
¿Sí? ¿Cuál es tu tipo de baile, de música preferida para bailar?
Me encanta la champeta, pero pues no sé si de pronto
Oh,
pues
bueno.
lo conozco.
Bueno, es
Me
que la
encanta.
champeta, chicos, es un tipo de música africana, muy de acá de la costa de Colombia, espectacular para los que les gusta aventurarse, aprender a bailarla. ¿Tú le enseñarías a ellos a bailar?
Claro,
Ah.
a ver si aprenden los pasos, es resistencia de piernas. Ahí.
Ok, qué bueno. Pero cuéntanos un poquito, ¿qué haces en tus ratos libres?
Me gusta mucho pues estar con mi familia, compartir
tu
con mi
familia?
familia.
Ok.
Soy poco de salir pues de rumbas.
Pero te
pues,
gusta bailar.
Pero sí, claro,
Ok.
me encanta bailar.
Ok,
Pero pues sí, estoy como más que todo en mi casa.
ok. Muy casera. ¿Te gusta cocinar?
Me encanta cocinar.
¡Guau!
Algunos platos.
Ya tienes aquí una excelente chef. Y bella, preciosa y además le encanta cocinar. Bueno, y cuéntame una cosita. ¿Cuáles son esos valores que te gustaría encontrar? ¿Cómo describes a tu caballero ideal?
Amoroso,
Amoroso.
detallista, no solo en regalos, sino en detalles como tal, como persona, que detalles si hoy me cambié el color de cabello.
Ah, mi amor, qué linda te ves hoy.
Exacto.
Esas
Todo ese
cositas
tipo de
que a nosotros de
detalles
verdad nos llenan bastante.
Y que tenga muchas ganas de conocer muchas cosas de mí y de aquí de Colombia también.
Ok. ¿Y te gustaría quedarte aquí en Colombia o te gustaría irte al extranjero?
A vivir, lo pienso, pero pues sí me encantaría conocer todo el mundo.
Ok.
Me encantaría.
O sea, ¿te preferirías hacer la residencia aquí, pero salir a viajar cuando quisieras?
Exacto.
Ah, bueno, pues maravilloso. ¿Y qué haces? ¿Estudias? ¿Trabajas? ¿Cuál es tu profesión?
Hago de todo un poquito.
Sí.
Yo aprendo de todo y pues así voy haciendo, pero entonces yo hago inversiones con criptomonedas. No sé si de
Ok.
pronto alguno sepa, pero pues
Inversores de criptomonedas, estamos ahí en el área. Kimberly trabaja en el área.
los asesoro.
Los
No, mentira.
asesoro, wow. Está la jugada, esa es la palabra, está la jugada.
Sí, no, y lo que me pongan yo aprendo a hacer de todo.
Ok. Bueno, ¿y cuál sería tu destino favorito para un momento romántico con ese caballero detallista amoroso que estás esperando?
Me gusta mucho como el atardecer en la playa,
Ajá.
con un vino,
Ajá.
algo así, más o menos.
¿En dónde? ¿En dónde? A ver, ¿sabe alguien por ahí que se anima a invitarte?
Ay, no sé. Cualquier lado del mundo, cualquier parte.
Donde seamos felices.
Sí, sí, donde se sienta uno bien y cómodo.
Qué bueno, qué chévere. Bueno, Kimberly, dile a ese caballero que está ahí que te puede contactar, que te puede mandar una carta a tu ID 920 31
Aquí está mi
18,
número.
chicos, para
El ID.
conocer un poquito más de ella. ¿Hablas inglés?
Más o menos, pero pues intento como...
Ok, pero
medio
¿lo
dominarlo.
quieres estudiar? Porque si vas a estar
Intento,
con un caballero...
Sí, lo estoy estudiando, poco
Ok.
a poco estoy aprendiendo más palabras, más
bueno.
vocabulario.
Eso es importante entonces. Necesitamos un teacher que le enseñe a Kimberly, por favor.
Recording in progress.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is Wednesday evening. Welcome while, but right now we're doing like the last adjustments of invitations, organization, matchmaking, inviting of the woman, organizing the dates, organizing the airport pickup. So here I am right now in the office of Cartagena, and I hope to welcome you here in this office as well. We're going to have a Cartagena tour coming up in the next 2 weeks, in 2 weeks exactly, tomorrow in 2 weeks. So we're going to talk about today a little bit about Cartagena, of course, the city, the woman, the offices, everything we do here in Cartagena, and the tour, of course. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and let me know, and send the questions in here in the webcast. This is why we do this. We do this for you so that you can send us all the questions you guys would like to know and to get answered from me. And obviously, I will also update you a little bit about the current travel restrictions, if something changed, how is it right now, what is going on here in Colombia. As I already said, we talk a little about our woman, about our Cartagena tour. We have a VIP service, which I usually like to talk about a bit, and you guys always have quite a few questions. So we talk a little bit about that tonight as well. And we also have some testimonials, some of our men who are always so nice and share their experience with us. And so we have some testimonials from Medellin and from Barranquilla. And at the end of the show, as usual, we have some, as usual, but now we're having them more and more, some of the interviews from some of our new affiliated women or some of our women who already were affiliated with us. So I'm looking forward to our show tonight. I think it will be fun. Just give you a little heads up, our spaces in Cartagena are limited, and we only have 2 spaces left for the Cartagena tour. So if you think about getting to that tour, sign up as soon as possible, because we don't have, as I said, we only have 2 spaces left, and there's only 2 weeks left. So make sure to get your reservation in as soon as possible. And if you have questions, if you don't know, if you don't know if this is the right thing for you, that's why we do this show here tonight. So just let me know what they are. And if you say, yeah, I would like to travel to Cartagena or to Colombia in general, but what are the travel restrictions right now? So let me give you a quick update. Really, since December, not a lot has changed. We have still the same restriction. You need at least to be 1 time vaccinated. You have to be at least 1 shot. And then you can enter the country still with a negative PCR test. So you have to get at least 1 shot and a negative PCR test, and then you can enter. So you don't need 2 shots, not 3 shots, minimum 1. If you have 2 shots of the vaccine, then you are good to go. If you completed the 14 days after the vaccination, if you are vaccinated twice, for example, you got the 2nd shot yesterday and you want to travel today, then you still need a negative PCR test because you didn't complete the 14 days. Once you have completed the 14 days, so if you have your 2 shots and your 14 days are over, you don't need a PCR test anymore to enter the country. So that is right now the restrictions we have. I have a lot of men asking me when those restrictions will be lifted. Unfortunately, I'm not the Colombian government, so I cannot tell you exactly when it's going to be lifted, but we're going to get an update at the end of April. That is until they extended the health emergency. And I know that some things in the US are right now changing as well. And I know that might affect as well what Colombia is doing. So we will see. Right now in the world, I know that because every show I get emails from you guys, and just hold on. The world is changing a lot right now. Every day I'm in a group as well, following a lot of different travel news. And I get a lot of new updates from traveling, where it's possible to go with a vaccine or without a vaccine, and where it's possible still to travel without restrictions. So in Europe right now, and also in other parts of the world, lots of restrictions are lifted. Lots of countries getting all restriction gone, all masks gone, everything gone. So I think it's just a matter of time, and we just have to hold on a little bit. We do have the VIP service. This is always what I emphasize a little bit to the clients who cannot travel right now but would like to start the process. The VIP service is great because you can do 2 to 3 months matchmaking at home. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can meet the woman via video calls. You have us, me, and all our staff working for you, getting the right woman, finding the right matches, vetting out the profiles, getting the matchmaking, the relationship building going throughout the video calls, and all that process. It's a long process. We do a long search for weeks for we suggest your profiles, you send us profiles, we review, we vet, we interview. And so that takes 2 to 3 months. And once you got through the program, then you come here and obviously you have the travel here, but you establish already all the relationships or all the friendships already prior to your travel. And that makes the VIP service so effective because you already, when you are here, you already have your top matches. But when you do the other services we offer, you meet your matches basically just while you're in the country. So if you cannot travel right now, if with a vaccine or not, or you want to save money, or you can travel in 2 or 3 months or 5 months, but you would like to start already now because you're sitting at home, it's winter, you don't have anything to do, then this is an amazing service to do. I have right now lots of VIP clients and I love the process. It's beautiful. I see it in a short amount of time, really so effective. And the positive thing in the VIP is as well, you get a lot of help throughout the communication process. And this is sometimes where I see most of the struggles, like the communication, not because of the language. Language is obviously a thing, but not about the language, it's more about the culture. So just being that said, in case you think about traveling and you cannot travel right now, whatever for reason it is, then the VIP service would be the thing to go to. If you want to travel, if you have the time, if you're available, if you say, I would like to go to Colombia, then you can obviously come whenever you want. If you have at least one shot, you can travel any time of the year. We are available, our offices are open every day from Monday to Friday and also on Saturday until 2 p.m. And so you can come here anytime and we help you to set up dates, matchmaking, etc. You don't have to wait for a tour if you don't want to. Not everybody wants to go on a tour because I always get, I don't want to go on the tour. I'm going to talk about the tour as well, of course, because the tours, I love them as well. But not everybody wants to go on a tour. Some men want more an individual approach to the matchmaking, not to be in a group. So we have that option too. We have the Latin Club, we have the individual introduction where you pay per introduction, and you can do this all year long. So if you say next week I want to go, then go ahead, book your flight, come to us and we help you. You can obviously let us know prior, that would be the best, because then we can set up everything already with time. If you just arrive, say, hey, I want a date tonight, that might be possible, but it would be better if we have a little bit of time to organize everything. So that's just being said about the travel restrictions. So you can enter the country, everything is open in Colombia, there's no restriction, everything is like normal. Nothing is required, it's just the entrance of the country. That's the only issue right now. Okay, so that's so far from the travel restrictions. I'm seeing you're already sending questions in, so let me get into your question just 1 second here. Which city that you offer tours and have the most sincere ladies, is Nelson asking. Nelson, it's always difficult to generalize, right? So in every city we have sincere women. In every city, I will tell you, we have really beautiful, nice women who really would like to meet somebody. But if you ask me, and if I have to take a decision, then I would probably say Barranquilla. And lots of clients ask me why, but I said that a little bit in the last show as well. Barranquilla is not as visited by foreigners as other cities, because Cartagena is, also the Cartagena women are very sincere, it's not that not, but Cartagena is more touristy, so more foreigners come, some of the women are more used to see foreigners. And in Medellin, the same thing. So in Medellin, the women are also very used, even more than I would say probably to Cartagena. So because of that, I think the women are sincerely more interested a little bit in Barranquilla because they didn't have that so much. So they really, if they see a foreigner, it's like, wow, there's somebody here, I would like to meet that person. So you're a little bit more special, right? So that helps as well. But I think you find in every city a sincere woman. But if I have a decision, I told you I would go for Barranquilla. Okay, next question is Tybeen. Hey, Tybeen, looking forward to see you. You're coming in 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks until the Cartagena Social Tour. I'll be there, guys. Be sure to check me out. Yes, Tybeen. I think we will have you hopefully on the show. And I'm looking forward to meet you in 2 weeks. It's really nothing. It's like flying. Time is flying. Nelson saying, I reserved a spot for Medellin in June. Nelson, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Anyway, Medellin, you will like to, and the women are also sincere in Medellin. You have to filter a little bit more, and maybe I would recommend you listen to our office manager, to me, to us in general on the tour, which woman to date a little bit. So if you check back with us, you will have beautiful experience in Medellin, and you can find also very sincere and very honest women in Medellin. It depends a little bit on the selection of the profiles, right? So if you go for the most beautiful, most sexy, most whatever, maybe she is not always that sincere, right? But if you go for a really nice woman, not such a big age range, and really selecting the right kind of woman, Medellin is a really nice city to go to. So just get out with us. We are here, the staff, everybody's here. We know the woman. So just talk to us, and we try to help you as much as we can in the selection process. Okay, Matt Johnson, is Colombia still requiring vaccinated people? Yes, Matt. Unfortunately, at least one shot is required if you don't have any other type of visa. So if you just want to come for tourism, yeah, unfortunately, you have to be at least one time vaccinated. Is Colombia a good place to study Spanish? Yeah, actually, Colombia is a great place to study Spanish. They also say there are one, I think it's in Bucaramanga, and also another city where they're supposed to speak the clearest Spanish. I would not recommend you too much, maybe in a good language school, you will learn it anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in Cartagena, Barranquilla, Medellin, Bogota. Any city has good Spanish schools. But if you go from the accent, probably the one at the coast is a little bit more difficult to understand, and it's a little bit better to go more with because they have a lot of dialect here. So if you go with a clearer Spanish, and you get that more in the middle of the country. So, but definitely a good, amazing place to learn Spanish. Really, really good place to learn Spanish. Okay. You're sending questions. That's beautiful. Ottino is saying, I had a video call on Saturday. It was super. Thanks to Ginella. Oh, Ottino, that's amazing. That's beautiful that you talk about the video calls, because some men, I think, are afraid to do video calls or don't set up video calls. I see it a lot that you guys write letters, but sometimes I think it might be easier to do a video call, because in 30 minutes, you get so much more out of the conversation than just in 10 letters. You know, it's like the same amount of time, like what you can write and say in the time. So I do think video calls are amazing. Ginella is amazing. I don't know if you guys know Ginella. If not, I might invite some of our staff in the next times again. Ginella was our former office manager in Barranquilla. She's now our VIP assistant. Let's put it like that. She helps me with all in the VIP process. And so she's also a lot in the translation of video calls as well. And so that's beautiful, your feedback, and good to know that you liked it. And yeah, Ginella is amazing. She knows not all the women, but she knows a lot of the women, and she knows them deeply. So that's beautiful, and I like it that you liked it. So that's great. Eric, hi Eric, good evening. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for sending the flight information in. Eric says, round trip from Cleveland to Cartagena, $261. During the AFA tour on Spill plus bags. So this is in 2 weeks, and the prices are still amazing. So $260, remember, 2 spaces left. So go ahead, book your flight, make the deposit on the website, and secure your space. And really, it's not expensive. In the tour, what do you have included in the tour? So in the tour, you have included the whole accommodation, the hotel with breakfast. Usually it's a 4-star hotel with breakfast included. You have included the airport pickup. You have included unlimited introduction throughout the week, right? So you can go on as many dates as you want. So unlimited introduction. You have 2 socials included. You have the city tour included. And the socials you have around, it's anyway between 100, 120, 140, 150, 80, 90, over 100 usually women per night, and Friday and another 100 on Saturday, for example. So you meet a lot of women in that week, and you make a lot of connections in that week. And also you go obviously on private dates after those days, after the socials, when you saw the connection with the woman. And you have in the socials, you have included also the translations on the social, the catered social, like you have the whole package. Really, it is. You get the fiance visa kit as well. You get the credit for writing letters. Like you get a lot of things while you sign up for the tour, and yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and it is, in my opinion, really cheap for what you get for the matchmaking you get, the connections you get, for what we do, and how you're going to have fun on that week. I think, I think it's amazing. I think who hasn't been on that tour, I definitely would recommend you going. And the flights are really, really cheap. So I would love to see you here. Victor is saying, I'm in Medellin now. Great time, fellas. Hey, Victor, how you doing? Great that you are here. And great that you're tuning in, that you are in Medellin and looking and watching the show tonight. So I hope you have a lot of fun. I hope your dates are going great. And I imagine you're talking right now to Manuela, and she's helping you setting everything up. Eric Lee is giving another good advice. Never ever book through a third-party travel site. Always book directly with the airline of your choice and know the refund policies. Yes, I definitely agree with you. Would definitely be my recommendation as well, because the third-party travel sites don't respond for anything. We have seen that in COVID thing a lot, like the agencies just don't respond. So if you have the airline and you book directly to Spirit.com or Avianca.com or Latam, whatever, American Airlines, whatever, and you reserve the spot directly with them, and anything that happens, you can directly call the airline. So it's much better to directly book there. Drew is asking, do women from Barranquilla attend the socials in Cartagena? Drew, what we ask you once you sign up, we ask you to send a list of women and you are interested to meet. So if you have women from Barranquilla, we try to invite them. Often the woman from Barranquilla, you have to keep in mind, just to go for a social for her, she is in a room with 100 women and she has not a date fixed, right? So she has to come from Barranquilla, she has to be there, she has to sleep in Cartagena because the social is in the evening. Cartagena is not a cheap city. So if she doesn't have family here or friends, it's not that, probably not that possible, but probably not that she will come. If she has family here, friends here, etc., and she's interested, we have that happening. I have a couple of girls who go for both socials, Cartagena and Barranquilla, but they have family in both. So depends on the woman. What we can do is try to do private dates. If she comes traveling from Barranquilla to Cartagena and we set up, for example, a private date on a Sunday after the social, you would just have to pay her travel. You don't have to, but usually a man who invites the woman pays for her travel expenses. And from Barranquilla, the bus is cheap. I mean, you pay $10 for the bus, put it another $10 for taxi, so you pay $20 that she comes from Barranquilla to Cartagena. So this is not expensive, and we won't charge you extra if she comes here and you meet her here. But if you go to another city, as if you go from Cartagena to Barranquilla and we organize dates in Barranquilla, it's a different office manager, etc., then we will charge you. But we won't charge you the usual $125 membership fee, what we usually charge per office. We will just charge you per introduction. So if you say, okay, I would like to meet two women in Barranquilla, and I go to Barranquilla on a Sunday and I meet them there, then we would pay, charge you additionally. If she can come here, you just pay for her travel, and then we wouldn't charge you. So that depends completely on the woman, of course, and if she is available. But it is possible. And sometimes they do go to the socials, not always, but sometimes they do. Okay, then let's start maybe with a quick summary about our Cartagena preparations. We did like a little video today, and then I will show you one of our guys, one of our testimonials. So let's go ahead with the little introduction of the Cartagena tour and the preparations, and then we go from there, and I get to your questions. Hello. Hi from Cartagena.
Hello guys.
We are working here. We are working on your list. Here's your invitation list, your social invite list, your private date list. Ladies, Alexandra and me, we're preparing everything for you. We're waiting for you. Looking forward to meet you in person. And guys, I see you tonight on the Latin show.
Yeah.
See you soon. We wait for you here in Cartagena. Was it? You just introduction. We were today all day long. We were sitting, looking at your invitations, looking at the woman you would like to meet on private dates. You guys, your profiles, your descriptions, your photos, the airport pickups, the translators, the venue, the drinks, the food. Like we went through all of it, and we are inviting the woman like crazy. So we have calls and calls and calls, and everybody's calling, inviting, checking on who you would like to meet, and finding alternatives in case she cannot come, etc. So we're in the middle of the preparations. It's a lot of fun usually, and a lot of things to do too. And so Cartagena, I think you know our office manager ladies, Alexandra, you have them seen in our videos prior. So we are quite a lot of people here trying to get everything done for you, and having a beautiful tour in 2 weeks. Okay, and if you have any questions about the tour, how does it work, then let me know. We have another question here. Steve, hello Maria, this is Steve. I can't wait for Medellin in June. Oh, Steve, that's great that you signed up. I think this Medellin tour in June will be huge, because I got already so many guys of you already. I signed up for Medellin, so this is beautiful. I'm looking forward to meet you all. And I'm looking at one of your questions, McKissick, but I don't understand the question. Unfortunately, I don't know what you're saying about the I-129F petition with the adjustment of status. Unfortunately, I think you're probably referring to the visa. So let me maybe, can you write again so that I get a better idea of what is exactly your question? So then let's maybe go to one of our clients. His name is Patrick. Maybe you remember from one of the last shows. We have one of the testimonials from our city tour. It's just that you see how the city tour is. Usually every man takes a date, and then on the date, it's a 4-hour tour. You can take a translator or not, depends on you. And on that 4-hour day trip or through the city where she lives, you obviously have a lot to talk about, and you have a lot to connect with, because she will tell you a lot about where she's from and how does it work here and how does it look like, etc. So it is always a really beautiful first step to take a date on the city tour. So usually on Friday evening you go on the social, and Saturday morning we have the city tour. So usually on Friday evening you let us know who you would like to take. So that was the case in Patrick's case. On Friday evening let us know, and then on the next day he went on the date. So here we go with the testimonial of the two of them. We are in the second stop of our city tour now. And I'm with Patrick again and with Nayelis. Yay! Nayelis, yay. And so, Nayelis, ¿tú eres muy nueva con nosotros o?
Sí, tengo como 3 o 4 meses.
3 o 4 meses. ¿Tu primera cita? ¿Y qué tal?
Espectacular.
¿Sí? Qué bueno, qué bueno. You are her first date. Yes.
I didn't know.
Yeah, but so you have first date, and she is going great. Spectacular.
The second stop, we had a souvenir shop. Oh, is it right here?
You can take it in your hand if you want.
Okay, yeah. Souvenir shop. The cost of living is fairly low here, so very inexpensive. You won't really break the bank account on this tour. Lovely women like her, like Nayelis. But overall, great experience. A little bit warm, more than expected, but it's cool over here.
It's a little bit windy now.
A little windy. But I mean, I don't know. Any questions for me?
No, you're having a good time?
Yes, great time. Yesterday was overwhelming with all the, in the social itself. Yeah, in the social there was so many women there that it was hard to sort of focus, But I think that once you've narrowed it down, which is what we did, the second day now focuses more on the dates. My first date, the translators help quite a bit because they allow us to sort of communicate.
You have a translator with you, right?
Correct. I mean, you can book a translator, which I highly recommend doing that. I think that's an effective way to communicate as you bridge that language gap. The date's going well. We're
just getting to know each other. I imagine.
Correct, get to know each other, and all of the traditional things you kind of expect and would like, I think you tend to find it in cultures like Colombia. So I think it's worth a visit if you're considering marriage.
Great. So you're enjoying your date?
Absolutely, yes.
which is good.
I am.
She is too.
Yep.
So this is what we want.
No, let's see what she would like to say.
Los dos están disputando la cita. Ok, dice tiene una buena cita, le gusta la ciudad. Hace un poco calor, porque sí es Barranquilla, pero dice es muy fantástico la ver todo y sí se están conociendo. Él dice quizás si tú quieres decir algo, pero yo creo que ya, ¿no? No, yeah. I think we're all good. You're just getting to know each other, and she's happy, you are happy, so this is good. And you got a beautiful necklace for her, un bonito regalito. With a name, with the end. So this was a beautiful, bonito, caballero. Entonces, chévere. Disfrutan el tiempo. Thank you so much. Enjoy your time. So that was one of our testimonials, Patrick, on the city tour in Barranquilla. And yeah, as you see, it's a lot of fun, those excursions, not about just getting to know the woman, also getting to know the city, of course, you are in and you are dating in, which is important as well to get to know where she's actually from. We're not only doing the city tour, we're doing other excursions, other optional trips as well. In Barranquilla, for example, we went to the boat. On Sunday, we did a boat trip. That was a lot of fun too, a lot of dancing. It's not a lot of drinking. It's just a lot of a beautiful atmosphere on the river. In Cartagena, now that we're talking about Cartagena tour, we have the city tour on Saturday. On Sunday, we go to one of the islands. I don't know if you know that Cartagena is at the Caribbean coast and has around 26 islands called the Rosario Islands. They are beautiful, white beaches, turquoise water, beautiful hotels, great food, and you can do different day trips or you can also stay overnight on the islands. We do a day trip on Sunday, and it's a beautiful, it's a perfect beach getaway, Caribbean beach getaway, and with a girl, with a beautiful woman, it's like the perfect date. And you spend the day, so it's from usually 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock, we're usually back. And then you still have time for Sunday evening for another date, for dinner, for example. That's what we usually do. And Monday, you can have 2 dates, right? You have unlimited introduction throughout the whole week. So Monday, you usually do dates, or any other, if you want to do something, an excursion with a girl, we can obviously help you in assisting to arrange that. And then we have Monday evening organized for this tour, the party bus in Cartagena. So I hope we're going to do it this time. In Barranquilla, we didn't do it because the men were they didn't want to do too much party. And so I hope in this Cartagena too, because the cheaper party bus is so much fun. So hopefully we do the cheaper bus. And on Tuesday, we have the penthouse party, which is special in Cartagena because here we have a penthouse we're using for that occasion. And it has a 100 square meter huge terrace overlooking the ocean, 360 degrees, basically 180 degrees, because it's halfway around. But it's amazing. You have a view over the city, and then we invite, obviously, the woman you would like to invite. If it's one woman and you want to do a one-on-one date on that penthouse party, you can do it. But if you want to do another little social, you can do that too. Last Cartagena tour, we had a guy who invited 8 women on that penthouse party. He did after the social, another little social, and it worked out pretty well for him. So that is a beautiful thing to do in Cartagena. So you will see, you arrive on Thursday, on Friday we have the orientation meeting, Friday evening we have the social, Saturday morning we have the city tour, Saturday evening we have the social, Sunday optional the island trip, Monday the party bus due to the penthouse party, and Wednesday is usually the end of the 7-day tour. So this is why I always recommend stay at least 10 days, 14 days, so that you have more time to get to know the woman and repeat dates, right? And obviously all the activities you don't have to do at all. It's just an option, right? So don't say, oh, I don't want to do too much. No worries, you don't have to do anything. This is your vacation, you are here to have fun, and if you don't want to do anything, you don't do anything. If you want to do a lot, then you do a lot, right? This is completely up to you. We're just offering it to you. So in case you want to do something and not only do dinner dates, lunch dates, like if you want to do different things, then island trips and penthouse parties and party buses are a great thing to do. So this just as an optional thing, but it's a lot of fun. Guys, you're sending more questions in. So let me check one more time and then we get to one of another testimonial. Let me see. Honey, how much to browse the catalog if in town? Honey, you can go always on the website, for example, and look on the website for the different profiles. So that has no cost at all. So you can see all the profiles we have. We have different websites as well. I don't know if you're on loveme.com, you can search for the Cartagena woman, but we also have the website cartagenawoman.com, Barranquilla Singles, and medellindating.com. So any of those you can go and browse them, or loveme.com, doesn't matter, and see all the profiles. When you are here in the city, and you want to come and you want to have a little bit recommendation and help and all that, then you have to pay at least 125 US for the 10-day use of the office, right? And one introduction. And then we can help you to find more women, browse a little bit more to the database, and we can help you in the matchmaking. So that would be the minimum. Mark is asking, hi Mark, how are you doing tonight? Do I need a PCR test since I had 2 shots plus a booster in April? No, Mark, you don't need a PCR test. If you have 2 shots and you completed more than 14 days after your 2nd shot, you don't need any PCR test. You can just enter. With 2 shots, 3 shots, you can just enter, okay? Mark, I'm Mark again. Hey, what if I don't have any woman on a hot list for Colombia? How would the VIP service work in that case? Mark, if you don't like any of the profiles in Colombian, then I think it's difficult in general to find a match, right? But if you don't want to put anybody on the hot list, for example, that's good, that's no problem. But at least you would have to have at least some woman you're interested in, you're attracted to, because why would you pay so much money if there's no woman you are attracted to, right? So, but no worries, if you don't put anybody on the hot list, we have the whole staff, all Colombian offices, all Colombian office managers just work for you looking for the right matches. So if you don't have a hot list or you don't know, then we are here to help you in that, right? This is why you pay for a VIP service. So, but at least you would have to have some woman you're interested in. If you say, I don't like anybody, then I would say maybe then Colombia is not the place to go. Then I would maybe search and browse in another country and see if you have more women you are interested in. Nelson is saying I might switch to a Bogota tour depending on time. Nelson, we don't have a Bogota tour right now. We do have Barranquilla, in case if you want to say, okay, maybe I go better to Barranquilla. Barranquilla we have in August. So if you want to switch from June to August to Barranquilla, that's possible. But as I said, you will also find really nice ladies in Medellin. In every city, we have serious and nice women. There are some cities like Medellin where you need a little bit more orientation maybe and a little bit more help in the stuff. But Medellin, we have beautiful matches, beautiful marriages. So you remember just the last testimonial we had with Marilyn and Philip, who just got engaged in Medellin, and they sent some letters. And so definitely you find a beautiful and serious woman as well in Medellin. Next question. Let's see. Alexis, hi. I see you in Cartagena in 2 more weeks, Maria. Can't wait to meet you. Yes, Alexis, we were looking today at your profile and everything, so I'm looking forward as well to see you. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. We are looking forward that you're coming. Everything is organized for you when you are here. Okay, I might switch to the Bogota. We talked about that. Matt Johnson, I would like to thank you and the ladies in Cartagena for all you do. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for your comment. And I will tell that tomorrow to everybody here in Cartagena. I see them tomorrow. So I will definitely tell them. And thank you so much for that beautiful feedback. And I hope you had a good time. It sounds like that. Brian, how much money is needed for the dates with the ladies so I can plan accordingly? Brian, that depends completely. I mean, it's difficult. Like, you need to plan, depends how many dates you want to have, right? Let's put 2 dates per day. You have a lunch date and a dinner date. So you have to pay 2 meals and a couple of taxis. You don't have to pay a taxi, but the taxi is usually what the woman, here a woman earns $10 a day, right? And a taxi is $2 or $3. For you, this is really cheap. For her, it's still a lot of money. So if you can pay the $2 for a taxi, she really will like that. So to make points and score points, I would recommend you paying for the taxi, which is really cheap here. So let's calculate it. Put it $50 per lunch, $60 per dinner, whatever. A little bit more maybe, but you can do it even cheaper. I mean, you can go and have a good meal for $30, right? You can even have a really, it depends where you really want to go and what you're going to drink and how much you're going. But put it $50 per meal. So it's $100, put it maybe as a dinner meal, which is a little bit nicer, put it maybe $80, right? So you're $130, put $10 for taxis, $15, so you're $150, maybe $150 a day if you want to do any extra excursions, any other extra spending, but you can do it cheaper. We have clients from all budgets. We have really all walks of life and all budgets. So we can accord and plan everything you need according to your budget. So if you come on the tour and saying, hey, Maria, I have this week $500 I can spend in dinner and lunch dates. Can you help me to arrange the dates so that I don't spend too much money? No problem. We know the restaurants and they are really good. I mean, this is Colombia. Here, a person earns $250 a month. So being that said, having that fact here, you can imagine that there are a lot of possibilities to eat, to go out and to drink quite cheap. So not everything is expensive. Not everything is 5 stars, not at all. And so just let us know what is your budget and we plan with you. Really, don't worry about money, because Cartagena is a little bit more expensive than maybe Barranquilla again. But it is really for you coming from the United States or Europe or Australia or New Zealand, it is really, really cheap for you. Okay, then let's maybe go to one of our next testimonials. And then I will get to some of your questions, and then I have a couple of our ladies as well. So we are going to give them some time that we can meet 4 of our new women. And so I don't want to let you wait too much. So we go ahead with Scott. Scott was one of our clients on the last tour in Medellin. And Scott had a really good time. Sorry, in Barranquilla. Scott had a really good time. And Scott was really, really nice. And Scott is following us also for a while. And he had quite a few recommendations as well. And so here's Scott's testimonial. I hope you enjoy it. That was a nice social tonight, right?
Boy, it was just incredible.
I'm here with Scott now. So Scott, how was it?
It was one of the best nights of my life. I don't want you to think that I haven't had a good life. I've had a really good life. And it was one of the best, most enjoyable nights of my life. These ladies have gone out of their way to get a great event together, get a great bunch of ladies together, and it's a huge amount of work. And you would not believe it when you walk in that door. So main comment from most of the guys was that it's almost surreal. It's almost like a dream. These ladies are beautiful physically, but their hearts are just incredible. I hate to use the word sweet, but these women are sweet, okay? They're strong, they're no pushovers. They've got great opinions, they're vital, they're alive. I had other trips planned around the world to go with AFA, but there's no way that I could settle for anything other than a Colombian woman now.
Yay!
I mean, no way. I mean, it's cut and dried.
So one social was enough to decide, okay, Colombia is my place, my city, Barranquilla, maybe my city.
I felt like it was before that. Since I got here, it was very strange. I'm pretty much a person that likes to visit, but I don't often say that someplace feels like home. When the airplane landed, I looked out and something said, my God, this looks like home, okay? Then I got inside the airport and met the people who helped me, and that just sealed the deal. Come on, it's over and done with.
It was for me the same. I didn't expect anything, and it was for me like, there is no other place I want to be. We traveled a lot, we saw a lot of other places, but Colombia, it was like always very special. So I know what you're talking about, and if you have that feeling, that is a great feeling.
So why aren't you down here? What are you doing? Doing that dating stuff? You doing the online dating? How's that going for you guys? How's that going with what, 30-40% of those women who want a virtual relationship? Is that what you want? Somebody who just texts you back and forth? You want a relationship with a real woman. Well, you can get that in the United States. There's plenty of women in the United States, but it's over and done with for me. It'll be a Colombian woman or nothing. There's just...
You have not even, you just started, you just started, but this is like the feeling, like they always want to give, they always want to share, they always want to make you feel good, and it is very, very special.
Well, excuse me, almost makes me feel I don't know, I would say almost makes me feel sad to realize that I have more friends, people that I would say, hey, friend, in 4 days than I have in a real, real long time someplace else. And yeah, I feel like they're a friend, you know, not somebody that I could just text or something, but this is somebody that like, hey, I need some help or something, man. And they would do it.
Yes.
They would do it.
Yes, they would.
You know, so that's, I'm not an easily, what should I say, swayed person. I mean, but once you get down here, if you aren't knocked over by the kindness and hospitality, then you're a pretty unfeeling person, in my opinion.
Here they are real, they're waiting, there's so many women. You had a good time, that's great.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I've been on quite a few dates in my life. I'm not bragging, it's just a fact. Maybe it's a sad fact. But the one date I had down here was better than any date that I'd had. And that's it. You know, I'm not exaggerating, and it's my opinion.
That was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the woman treated you like a man. I can't describe it. I can't describe it. You know, I mean, it's really true. It's.
And what did you do to the date? You just did have dinner? What did you do?
We just went to the mall, and then we went and had some dinner. Very good Colombian food, and I got to try things that I'd never tried before. Some I liked, some I didn't like, but you bet the ones that I wasn't sure that I liked, I tried them again. By gosh, what are you doing, guys? Come on down. I mean, I'm looking at you. I'm calling you a fool if you don't come down. I hate to do this, but I'm calling you a fool if you don't come down, okay? All right?
And good that you say, because really we have so many men who sit in front of the computer watching the videos, watching the profiles, doubting that it's real. That's why we have the sign there that we are real and I'm real and looking for love, because the women are real. You talk to them, and there's so many of them who really want to meet a nice man, and they're not looking for a lot. They're really looking for a nice man who treats them well.
How could you be more skeptical about this than me? Guys, I couldn't blame you for being skeptical. Anything that sounds, we all know, anything that sounds too good to be true probably isn't. And I'm a pretty skeptical person. I'm so darn skeptical that I flew from Detroit to Phoenix with the express purpose of seeing if it was a real office. It just sounded like it was too good to be true. First, I checked with the Better Business Bureau, and they gave me a good rating. So I knew I had to be onto something pretty good, but I still had to go find it out for myself. I just don't trust the internet enough. I want to see the person. So I get into Phoenix. I get my hotel room.
So you actually flew to Phoenix to see the office? Okay, great, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's valid.
Got in my rental car, went to the address. There's a nice building there. I went to the front door. There's nothing listed there. This place has got to be a fake. Proved it right there. This place is a fake. Well, their address has a north in it or a south in it. It says, well, maybe it's at the south end of this. Well, guess what? I drove to the south end, and there ain't no south end, so this place is just a fake, isn't it? Proved it to myself that this place is just a fake. I kind of suspected it was, because it just sounds too good to be true. But, you know, in one of the videos, they talked about the restaurant next door, and there's that damn restaurant right next door and stuff, and I just went back to check it out one more time. I drove back there, just about ready to pack it in and say, hey, this is a fake. And I'm walking around there, around all the edges of it. Well, I didn't know I had an open, you know, that was the front door. So I went to the front door of the business. And finally a guy comes out and kind of looks at me and says, can I help you? And I said, well, I'm looking for AFA, but obviously it's not. And he says, well, I do maintenance for him. On his shirt it says AFA. He says, the door's around the back. I'm like, oh my God, you are kidding me. I mean, you just saved it. Yeah, I had no, so I had convinced myself that this was a fake. My gosh, but actually I knocked on the door, and a very nice lady came down and explained things to me and babysat with me a little bit, held my hand through all my fears and talked, you know, any problems or fears that I had.
Who was it? Brianna?
Michelle.
Michelle. You talked to Michelle. Okay.
Yeah, Michelle. And I put my money down for a trip, and
here you are.
Why did I wait 15 years? It's just something that I've wanted to do for such a long time, and my only regret was, like I said, that I waited. But God has a plan, and this is the time, and this is the place.
Timing, exactly.
Yeah. And don't come down with any expectations. I don't have any expectations except to having a real nice time and getting to meet some nice ladies. And it's exceeded my expectations. But guys, get down here, okay? I mean, wait till I leave. So
Yeah, yes, wait, so no competition, exactly. But the good thing is, until they see that video, you will be gone. So you will be having all your matches already, so you will be good, no problem. But that is amazing, Scott. That's really beautiful to hear. That you had an amazing evening, one of your best evenings, one of the best dates, or the best date you ever had in your life. And we are just at day 2, so this is amazing. I'm really happy to hear that. Happy that you made the decision to come. Believe me, we have so many guys watching the videos, writing what you're saying, and don't take the decision. So if you see Scott right now, who said it is really worth it, do it. And you saw the lovely ladies, you will see them in the videos. I think we had a really lovely night. I think the women were really nice. The energy was good. The men were nice. Like, really was a nice night and a good atmosphere.
All like that, but it was just outstanding. A little bit of the surreal quality. A couple of guys commented, and I did too. It almost feels like you're swimming through a dream.
Scott, thank you so much for your testimonial, and thank you so much for sharing your experience. Scott it was so beautiful to talk to Scott after that social, because he was so excited, so happy to actually be here and meet and see this all coming true and all becoming a reality. And so you see that guys like Scott, who are there and saying, hey, it's really worth it, do it. This is where you have to go, and don't spend more time to not take the decision. If you have the possibility to go, if you have the possibility to take vacation, if you have the possibility that you have enough money, then this is, and you really would like to meet somebody, this is really, the tours are beautiful, a beautiful place, a beautiful thing to do, to meet people. And it is, and so you learn so much about the culture, you learn so much about yourself when you do that. It's like getting out of your comfort zone. This is like the international dating is getting out of your comfort zone. I mean, you go to another country, you take a flight, you take this leap of faith to say, hey, this person might be in another country. And what I have seen most of the time, if you come with good intentions and you're centered on what you're looking for and you listen to us, you will be very successful. Like, we have really so many beautiful, nice, serious ladies here, and they're waiting for you to come. And every week we have new ones. So I hope you get animated, motivated to go. Remember, we have only 2 spots left for Cartagena in 2 weeks. So make sure that you secure your spot while it's possible. Cartagena is an amazing tourist vacation destination city. Even if you don't meet the woman of your dreams and the love of your life, in case you won't get married here with a woman from Cartagena, I can assure you, you will love Cartagena. You will love the vacation, and you will have an amazing time. Sometimes it's good not to have too much expectations. If you go like, this is what I have to do, I will find my wife there, you put a lot of pressure on yourself and on the whole process. But if you go with an open mindset, saying, I'm going, I'm having fun, I'm getting to know the culture, and I will get to know those Colombian women, and I'm open to everything new, and I'm just open to enjoy, I guarantee you, you will enjoy it. It is, I mean, you see the footage, it's very difficult to not to enjoy that what we're always organizing here. So yeah, I hope I see you soon. So let's get to some of your last questions, and then we have still 4 girls in testimonials today who will tell you who they are looking for, what are the men, if they want children, if they want to move, what they want to do. So we get just in a minute to the girls, and then let me just get in your questions. So McKissick is asking, is $40 enough to budget for a date in Colombia? Yes, definitely it is enough. All the dates don't have to be lunch and dinner dates either, right? You can also have a coffee date, or an ice cream date, or whatever. So a coffee, how much is a coffee? How much is an ice cream? You might spend $10, right? And the women it's not important for them if they have whatever dinner. Of course, they want to feel like that they are special, that you are attentive, that you are looking in their eyes, that you are there with her. But it's not so much about how much money you're spending on a meal. if you go to a nice coffee place, you can get a really good cake, and a really good coffee, and it costs you whatever, $5, and so definitely with $40, and especially lunch and also dinner, there are really good Italian places here which are amazing, and women love pizza and salads. Your pizza is actually quite, I'm not saying a luxurious thing, but pizza is a little bit already pricey here for Colombians. For you, it will not be pricey. So even if you go to a nice Italian place and just eat a pizza, it is not expensive. You will not spend more than $40 for that. Okay, Pierre, what if you have too much women on your hot list? Pierre, I think usually this is not a problem. Once you get here, or once you go on, for example, on the tour, we look at your hot list as well. We look who's interested, and the ones who are not interested, who will not be then on your list anymore. So it's usually good to have some more on your list. Maybe she's not available. And also you will at some point, when you know a little bit more who you like, be able to filter that out. If you need more help with that, then I would recommend you using one of our services where we can help you a little bit in the matchmaking, and also the VIP service would be a good thing to go, for example, as well, and where we can help you when you have too many women to say, hey, let's focus on that, let's do this, let's start with her. I saw another question about the VIP service. Mark, Maria, the women in Colombia are very interesting. I just don't know who to pick, and if I did the VIP service. So Mark, no worries about that. Really, that's why we are here, and that's why we are, in case you choose a VIP service, this is where we come in. I would recommend you put some in your hot list. That's what I always tell the clients. Put them in your hot list. If you have 10, 20, 30 women in your hot list, no problem. Pick them. We will go through your hot list. If you do the VIP, you and me, we do like a 3-hour video call, right? You and me, just alone, 3 hours, getting to know you, your dating preferences. You do a questionnaire. We go through that. We go through your hot list, your dating preferences, your past, blah, blah, blah. A lot, 3 hours. A lot of questions I'm asking you. And so once we go through that, we go through your hot list as well. And I will say you, hey, this one I would not recommend you. This is what you're looking, she's what you're looking for. I don't know, here, let's check back with Manuela. So we go through every and each of those profiles. So you can just pick them, and if you choose the VIP, obviously we vet them, we scan them, we review them, we talk to them. So you don't have to know who you pick, right? This is where we help you, because this is actually one of the big challenges. You have so many girls to choose from, and how do you know who is a good match for you, right? And so if you need a little bit more help in that, and as I said, all office manager will be working for you. Everybody knows the woman personally, so they are working for you so that you do get the best pick. So that is why I'm saying I'm so excited always about this VIP. I know I talk about it every show, but I see really a lot of results. Really, everybody, basically everybody who finishes VIP service has found his woman. So can just not put much emphasis on that again. Okay, do the hotels have Wi-Fi? Yes, all hotels have Wi-Fi. We had a trouble a little bit with the Barranquilla hotel that the Wi-Fi came and got a little bit, but generally speaking, the Wi-Fi is working well. And if not, you can get your local SIM card where you put $5 of credit on, and then you have mobile data wherever you go for $5 for the whole week. This is a lot of the questions that you guys are asking me. So you have cell phone services from the US. I think they charge you like $10 a day while you are in another country for the roaming. So you can do that, but then you spend like in a 10-day, you spend like $100 just for the roaming. You can just get a SIM card here for $5, put another $5 credit on, and then you will have internet for the whole week. So instead of $100, you spend only 10, right? Or 15 or something. Depends obviously how much mobile data you're using, but it is pretty cheap. Okay, let's see. Are there not any vaccinated women? David is saying. David, yes, there are obviously not. There are a lot of vaccinated women, but there are also women who are not vaccinated. Just that here, the woman, it doesn't matter. If she's not vaccinated, she has no problem to be in her country because she is a Colombian citizen. So there are women who are not vaccinated as well. Like everywhere in the world, there are people who are and people who aren't. So do you have them here too? Why can't we choose the woman? Like, why can't we let the woman choose instead of the man? Jim is asking. Jim, this is a good question. generally speaking, the woman also choose. I mean, it's not just that you go there and say, hey, you will be my wife. Hey, that's it. No, the woman always will choose as well. The woman choose you. And we have it sometimes that the guy is dating the same woman, not a long time, but go on a date. Like client A goes out on a date with the woman A, and then client B goes out with the same woman A, and then client C goes out with the same woman A. That might happen. All of three like woman A, then woman A will decide if she likes client 1, 2, or 3, right? I mean, she will not date the 3. She has a preference. So obviously the woman also chooses, not just only the man. Okay, then let's get to our next 4 testimonials of our beautiful woman, because you're asking a lot about the woman. So let's get our woman here, and maybe the ones who are still doubting to go to that Cartagena 2.5 time, maybe this will be an argument, because obviously those women are right now from Barranquilla and Medellin, but there are always new beautiful women on the socials you can meet. And sometimes you have women on the social often, like all the time. You have women on the socials who are not even on the website. They have not met anybody of you. So they are fresh, new, and very interested, usually very serious. So yeah, this is also something. So let's go with our women. We have 4 tonight. Let me look, I'm so sorry. Let me look at the names one more time, because it's always a lot to remember. So we do have tonight, so sorry. We have Kathleen, 2015-91. We have Laura, 1985-12. We're going to put the numbers, the ID numbers in. And if you have questions also, you can write me an email, afacolombia7@gmail.com. Then we have Gise, 1872-77. And then we have Jenny, 2047-39. So here we go. Enjoy the woman, the interviews of the woman.
Hola chicos, quiero presentarles en esta oportunidad a Kathleen. Kathleen es nuestra afiliada 2015-91 y nos acompaña en esta noche de hoy nuestro evento aquí en la ciudad de Barranquilla. ¿Cómo estás, Kathleen?
Hola, buenas noches, muy bien y emocionada, esperando que nos trae esta noche.
¿Es tu primer evento con nosotros?
No, ya he participado, es mi segundo evento.
¿Y cómo te ha ido? ¿Cuál ha sido tu experiencia con los caballeros que has conocido aquí en la agencia?
Bueno, he tenido la oportunidad de hablar con unos cuantos, pero todavía no he encontrado el indicado.
¡Wow! Dios mío, tiene que ser alguien muy especial entonces.
Sí.
Cuéntame, ¿y qué tan especial debe ser para ti? ¿Cuáles son esas cualidades que estás buscando?
Para mí lo principal es un hombre que se preocupe por mí, que sea detallista, amoroso, sincero. Son las cualidades que busco en mi chico.
Y cuéntame, ¿qué le ofrece Kathleen? ¿Quién es Kathleen? ¿Cómo te describes a ti misma?
Yo me describo una mujer muy segura de mí misma, una mujer amorosa, que cuando encuentro a la persona indicada soy sincera y doy lo mejor de mí.
Súper lindo. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Yo tengo 21 años.
¿Tienes hijos?
No, sin hijos.
¿Tienes pensado tener hijos?
Si encuentro a la persona indicada, tal vez.
¿Cuántos? ¿1, 2?
No he pensado todavía.
Estamos demasiado pronto para eso. Bueno, ¿y cuál sería, como decir así, tu sueño ideal con esa persona? ¿Algún viaje, alguna aventura? ¿Algo que compartir?
Sí, viajar, disfrutar en parejas, crear recuerdos y vivencias.
¿Qué te gusta algún país en especial?
Hay un país que me gustaría conocer.
Sí. ¿Y cuál es ese país? A ver si hay alguno por allí que coincide contigo.
Me gustaría conocer Dubái.
¡Wow! Pero nos vamos a los rascacielos, chicos. Dubái. ¿Y por qué?
Porque es un país muy hermoso por lo que he podido ver en fotos y en videos. Entonces me gustaría tener la oportunidad de conocerlo.
Bueno, sería una aventura maravillosa, así que ¿quién se apunta? A ver, para invitar a Kathleen. Le pueden hacer llegar una carta, de pronto si hay alguno por allí que comparte esa misma experiencia, a su ID que es el 201591 y poder establecer una conexión. Y cuéntanos un poquito más cuáles son tus hobbies, qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre.
Bueno, me gusta ir al gimnasio. Me gusta compartir tiempo en familia, soy una persona que me gustan más los planes de familia, vacacionar juntos, ir a comer juntos. Me gustan mucho los planes de familia y de vez en cuando también planes con mis amistades.
¿Playa o montaña?
Playa.
Definitivamente. Qué bueno, Kathleen, esperamos que esta noche sea una noche especial, que puedas conocer a esa persona y si no, dale un saludo a esos caballeros que están ahí, que te pueden contactar y dile que estás acá esperándolos.
Ok, bueno, un saludo para todos y ya saben cómo me pueden encontrar en la página como Kathleen. Espero encontrar a la persona indicada.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias. Esperamos que sí.
Gracias.
Bueno, ahora estoy aquí con Laura. Laura, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Bien, gracias, excelente.
Me alegra. Laura, tú tienes, ya hablamos un momentico, 1 año y pico quizás con nosotros.
Sí, 1 año, sí, ya tengo 1 año acá, pues con la agencia he asistido a varios eventos y pues la he pasado súper bien.
Ah, qué bueno que viniste de vuelta, eso está bueno. Laura, el ID de Laura es 198512, en caso que la quieran contactar para que tengan ya el ID a la mano. Y Laura, cuéntame un poquito sobre ti, cuántos años tienes, qué haces, qué buscas.
Ok, bueno, mi nombre es Laura Más, tengo 37 años, soy asistente administrativo, actualmente trabajo en una empresa en el departamento de cartera, pues tengo un niño de 12 años y bueno, estoy buscando una persona con la que pueda hacer equipo. Pienso que pues uno conociendo a personas de otra cultura pues se fomenta la creatividad, uno puede hacer equipo, podemos tener metas, proyectos, a futuro muchas cosas.
Eres una chica con muchas ideas, veo.
Sí.
¿Qué proyectos te gustaría?
Bueno, me gustaría mucho negocios de finca raíz, invertir en la bolsa, hacer una cantidad de cosas.
Bueno, mucha idea.
Sí.
Qué bueno. Y ya no contaste en qué trabajas, ¿cierto? ¿Qué haces?
Sí, trabajo en el departamento de cartera de una empresa que manejan vehículos tipo taxi.
Ah, ya, perfecto.
Exacto.
Súper. Y un niño de 12 años, dijiste. 12, ok. Qué bueno. ¿Y tú te gustaría casarte, formar una familia, vivir en otro país?
Sí, claro, sí. Si está la posibilidad de eso, pues sí, me gustaría, claro.
¿Y por qué un hombre extranjero?
Como te digo, porque eso fomenta la creatividad, pues no solamente pues lo que yo pienso, sino que pues él también tiene otras costumbres, otras cosas, entonces pues ahí se fomenta la creatividad y todo,
Sí,
pues uno
tiene más ideas.
exactamente,
Sí, qué bueno.
a otro nivel.
Sí. Laura, ¿tienes algo que te gustaría contar o decir a nuestros caballeros que están viendo?
Ah, no, que yo soy muy feliz.
Qué bueno. Que vengan pronto, ¿cierto? A conocer.
Que vengan a conocernos, nosotros, la agencia, las chicas, pues estamos aquí pues abiertas a conocerlos y a recibirlos.
Son reales, Laura es real. Sí, que ojalá que vengan pronto.
Exactamente.
Bueno, la verdad, lo primero y más importante es que sea un gran ser humano, que de ahí tiene que partir como todo. Y bueno, que tengamos los mismos gustos, que compartamos muchas cosas, porque yo creo que la persona que va a compartir tu vida tiene que parecerse mucho a ti.
¿Y cuáles son tus gustos? Cuéntanos un poquito, ¿cuáles son tus hobbies, por ejemplo? ¿Algún deporte?
Bueno, me encanta, sí, hacer deporte, me encanta el gimnasio, me encanta la naturaleza o el mar.
¿Sí?
Me encanta el vino, los planes tranquilos.
Tranquilos, acampar.
Acampar, pero bueno, en un lugar que sea cómodo.
Ah, claro, con todas las comodidades. ¿Y tú, Jenny, cuáles son tus hobbies que haces en tu tiempo libre?
Yo soy deportista, también me gusta mucho leer y pues mi expectativa como tal de la persona que llegue a mi vida debe ser una persona con proyecciones y en especial que sea muy seguro de sí, porque la verdad si estamos acá no es por hobby, sino porque realmente somos personas serias y queremos por ende encontrar personas que compartan ese mismo pensamiento.
Así es, y de eso se trata, de que realmente puedas conectar con una persona que quiera, en este caso, formar una pareja contigo, hacer una relación sólida. ¿Te gustaría tener hijos?
Sí, claro.
¿Sí? ¿1, 2?
No, con 2 estaría bien.
Con 2 está bien, perfecto. ¿Te gustaría casarte, quedarte aquí en Colombia o prefieres estar en el extranjero?
Preferiría estar en el extranjero, pero eso es relativo y negociable. Después de que tú encuentres a alguien y esa persona sea tu complemento, pues yo creo que el lugar no importa.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Alguna ciudad que te llame la atención en particular?
Más bien no es ciudad como tal, sino como el continente europeo. Francia, me parece una ciudad muy romántica.
Y con mucha cultura, porque realmente tiene bastante cultura. Y cuéntanos tú un poquito, Giselle, ¿quieres tener hijos? ¿Cuáles son tus proyectos de vida?
Bueno, me encantan los hijos, no he tenido la oportunidad de tenerlos. Eso es si Dios quiere. Si Dios quiere, lo hacemos. Proyectos de vida, no soy como muy abierta, Yo pienso que yo puedo estar donde me sienta tranquila y feliz.
Bueno, que lo que le dé felicidad las rodee esta noche, chicas.
Muchas gracias.
Esperamos que de verdad disfruten. Recuerden que las pueden contactar a través de sus números de ID. Se los recuerda Gisette 187277 y a Jenny el 204739. Chicas, espero que esta noche sea la noche de ustedes y que disfruten. Gracias por confiar en nosotros. Chao, chao. Gracias.
Gracias.
So that were our beautiful girls, the beautiful women we have at the agency, and yeah, I think it's always nice to have a little bit more feedback than not only the profile photo. This is the feedback I get from you, that you like the interviews, that you can see the woman, that you can hear different things. So yeah, the girls are real. They're looking for love. You saw that in the banner in the back. So they are here. We are here. I hope to see you guys here in Colombia. Let me get to your last questions, and then I think we're done for tonight. So, how Houston is saying, I hope you guys make it down there. Me too. I'm going to this summer and trying to decide between Medellin and Barranquilla. Dear Houston, that's amazing. We are looking forward to meet you here in Colombia. If you have questions, go and there's my email, afacolombia7@gmail.com. If you don't know what decision to take, I would recommend you putting in your hot list women from Medellin, putting women in your hot list. And then if you see you have more in Barranquilla, then I would go rather to Barranquilla. And if you have more women in your hot list to Medellin, then I would rather go to Medellin. Nelson is asking, what does the VIP service cost? Nelson, the VIP service is $6,500 for there are two programs. There's one basic and a little bit more upgrade, but it's $6,500, and it is a 2 to 3 months matchmaking program. Remember that the tour is just 1 week, so it's a 2 to 3 month matchmaking program, which includes the whole Colombian database. So you're not just in the cities, in the main cities like in Cartagena or Medellin. Obviously, we have lots of profiles there, and obviously those cities are included, but we can include Bogota, Cali, Bucaramanga, Pereira, Cúcuta, Valledupar, Santa Marta, whatever. Any city, any woman you see on the Colombian database, we will include in this VIP service. If you like her, we include her, we look at her, we vet her, we scan her, we meet her, we talk to her, we meet her on the video call, and etc. So definitely doesn't really matter where your woman in Colombia is. The VIP service covers it all. And the VIP service covers also all of our services together, because you have the video calls, you have the personal matchmaking for over 2 months, you have letters, you have a $500 letter credit in the VIP service included, you have 10 days of matchmaking here in the country included, plus the 2.5 to 3 months prior to your traveling. And you have up to 8 hours of translation as well included, as well as 15 hours of video calls. So you have like a whole package, plus me and all of our staff working for you and selecting the woman and helping you in the selection process, right? You obviously are the one in the end taking the decision, but we assist you in everything on that way. Yeah. Dana, hi Maria, this is Dana. Another good show. Thank you. Good luck to the guys on your upcoming tour. Dana, this is really nice. Dana, if it's you, Dana, I know Dana, and I would love to see you again. I haven't heard from you in a while. So thank you so much for reaching out and letting me know. And hopefully see you soon again as well, Dana. Mark, I feel like now I need more help to pick women to meet. Yes. I mean, you have a date, you have a preference, Mark, right? Physically, you have a preference. Obviously, you will be attracted to that person first, also physically through the photos. You don't know her personality just from the photos. So obviously you will go first with that. And then if you decide for the VIP or also on the tour as well, if you go on a tour and you have like 20 women, I mean, when you are here, we will tell you, hey, go with that one or don't go with that one. But on the VIP, you have that in a much bigger scale, and you have that for much more time. So you get a lot more help in the process. But I would go first for the physical, and then I would be clear, okay, what do I want in life? Do I want to have children? Do I want to get married? Or I don't want to have children because I already have them. And then I would go a little bit from there, and then would try to get to know a little bit more of the woman. If you say the VIP service is too expensive for me, I don't want that. I mean, just keep in mind that 2 tours already basically, a little bit more the price. And also, like, it's exactly that. Sometimes you don't know who to pick, and sometimes you can just spend time and energy and money in a woman which is not worth it, right? So you want to be also like, if you come here, you have a very limited time while you are here, and it's very precious, your time, and it is very expensive not very expensive, but you spend money to get here. So you want to have it effective, right? And so if you want that, the VIP is really, as I said, it's a 3 months program. It's really long, so you get a lot more help. Okay, I think I talked enough tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I enjoyed it very much. I thank you very much for your interactions. I love your questions. I love that you're asking. I love that you are, here and trying to see who is a good fit, which city, where to go. This is why we're here and helping you. If you have additional questions, call us in Phoenix, write me an email, and we are looking forward to meet you, hopefully in Cartagena or Medellin or Barranquilla or the VIP or whenever. We're looking forward. All the guys going tomorrow to Costa Rica have a lot of fun. The Costa Rica tour is starting tomorrow, so it could be a lot of fun too. And guys, I see you hopefully in 2 weeks, but we will be right before the tour, so we might be changing to another 2 weeks after. If I don't see you in 2 weeks, I will see you after the tour of Cartagena. And I'm looking forward to meet you all who are going to come, and I see you next time. Bye-bye from Cartagena, the Indias.
We are in the second stop of our city tour now, and I'm with Patrick again and with Nayelis. Yay! Nayelis, yay! And so, Nayelis, ¿tú eres muy nueva con nosotros o?
Sí, tengo como 3 o 4 meses.
3 o 4 meses. ¿Tu primera cita? ¿Y qué tal?
Espectacular.
¿Sí? Qué bueno, qué bueno. You are her first date. Yes. Yeah, but so you have first date, and she is going great. Spectacular.
The second stop, we had a souvenir shop. Oh, is it right here?
You can take it in your hand if you want.
Okay, yeah. Souvenir shop. The cost of living is fairly low here, so very inexpensive. You won't really break the bank account on this tour. Lovely women like her, like Nayelis. But overall, great experience. A little bit warm, more than expected, but it's cool over here.
It's a little bit windy now.
A little windy. But I mean, I don't know. Any questions for me?
No, you having a good time?
Yes, great time. Yesterday was overwhelming with all the, in the social itself. Yeah, in the social there was so many women there that it was hard to sort of focus, But I think that once you've narrowed it down, which is what we did, the second day now focuses more on the dates. My first date, the translators help quite a bit because they allow us to sort of communicate.
You have a translator with you, right?
Correct. I mean, you can book a translator, which I highly recommend doing that. I think that's an effective way to communicate as you bridge that language gap. The date's going well. We're just
getting to know each other.
Correct, getting to know each other, and all of the traditional things you kind of expect and would like, I think you tend to find it in cultures like Colombia. So I think it's worth a visit if you're considering marriage.
Great. So you're enjoying your date?
Absolutely, yes.
Which is good.
I am.
She is too.
Yep.
So this is what we want.
No, let's see what she would like to say.
Los dos están disputando la cita, porque dice tiene una buena cita, le gusta la ciudad, hace un poco calor, porque sí es Barranquilla, pero dice es muy fantástico la ver todo y sí se están conociendo. Él dice que quizás si tú quieres decir algo, pero yo creo que ya, ¿no? No, yeah. I think we're all good. You're just getting to know each other, and she's happy, you're happy, so this is good. And you got a beautiful necklace for her, un bonito regalito. With a name, with the end. So this was a beautiful, bonito, caballero. Entonces, chévere. Disfrutan el tiempo. Thank you so much. Enjoy your time.
Hola chicos, quiero presentarles en esta oportunidad a Kathleen. Kathleen es nuestra afiliada 201591 y nos acompaña en esta noche de hoy, nuestro evento aquí en la ciudad de Barranquilla. ¿Cómo estás, Kathleen?
Hola, buenas noches, muy bien y emocionada, esperando que nos trae esta noche.
¿Es tu primer evento con nosotros?
No, ya he participado, es mi segundo evento.
¿Y cómo te ha ido? ¿Cuál ha sido tu experiencia con los caballeros que has conocido aquí en la agencia?
Bueno, he tenido la oportunidad de hablar con unos cuantos, pero todavía no he encontrado el indicado.
¡Wow! Dios mío, tiene que ser alguien muy especial entonces.
Sí.
Cuéntame, ¿y qué tan especial debe ser para ti? ¿Cuáles son esas cualidades que estás buscando?
Para mí lo principal es un hombre que se preocupe por mí, que sea detallista, amoroso, sincero. Son las cualidades que busco en mi chico.
Y cuéntame, ¿qué le ofrece Kathleen? ¿Quién es Kathleen? ¿Cómo te describes a ti misma?
Yo me describo una mujer muy segura de mí misma, una mujer amorosa, que cuando encuentro a la persona indicada soy sincera y doy lo mejor de mí.
Súper lindo. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Yo tengo 21 años.
¿Tienes hijos?
No, sin hijos.
¿Tienes pensado tener hijos?
Si encuentro a la persona indicada, tal vez.
¿Cuántos? ¿1, 2?
No he pensado todavía.
Estamos demasiado pronto para eso. Bueno, ¿y cuál sería, como decir así, tu sueño ideal con esa persona? ¿Algún viaje, alguna aventura?
Sí, viajar, disfrutar en parejas, crear recuerdos y vivencias.
¿Qué te gusta algún país en especial?
Hay un país que me gustaría conocer.
¿Y cuál es ese país? A ver si hay alguno por allí que coincide contigo.
Me gustaría conocer Dubái.
¡Wow! Pero nos vamos a los rascacielos, chicos. Dubái. ¿Y por qué?
Porque es un país muy hermoso por lo que he podido ver en fotos y en videos. Entonces me gustaría tener la oportunidad de conocerlo.
Bueno, sería una aventura maravillosa, así que ¿quién se apunta a ver para invitar a Kathleen? Le pueden hacer llegar una carta, de pronto si hay alguno por allí que comparte esa misma experiencia, a su ID que es el 201591 y poder establecer una conexión. Y cuéntanos un poquito más cuáles son tus hobbies, qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre.
Bueno, me gusta ir al gimnasio. Me gusta compartir tiempo en familia, soy una persona que me gusta más los planes de familia, vacacionar juntos, ir a comer juntos. Me gustan mucho los planes de familia, de vez en cuando también planes con mis amistades.
¿Playa o montaña?
Playa.
Definitivamente. Qué bueno, Kathleen, esperamos que esta noche sea una noche especial, que puedas conocer a esa persona y si no, dale un saludo a esos caballeros que están ahí, que te pueden contactar y dile que estás acá esperándolos.
Ok, bueno, un saludo para todos y ya saben cómo me pueden encontrar en la página como Kathleen. Espero encontrar a la persona indicada.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias. Esperamos que sí.
Gracias.
Bueno, ahora estoy aquí con Laura. Laura, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Bien, gracias, excelente.
Me alegra. Laura, tú tienes, ya hablamos un momentico, 1 año y pico quizás con nosotros.
Sí, 1 año, sí, ya tengo 1 año acá, pues con la agencia, he asistido a varios eventos y pues la he pasado súper bien.
Ah, qué bueno que viniste de vuelta, eso está bueno. Laura, el ID de Laura es 198512, en caso que la quieran contactar para que tengan ya el ID a la mano. Y Laura, cuéntame un poquito sobre ti, ¿cuántos años tienes? ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué buscas?
Ok, bueno, mi nombre es Laura Más, tengo 37 años, soy asistente administrativa, actualmente trabajo en una empresa en el departamento de cartera, pues tengo un niño de 12 años y bueno, estoy buscando una persona con la que pueda hacer equipo. Pienso que pues uno conociendo a personas de otra cultura pues se fomenta la creatividad, uno puede hacer equipo, podemos tener metas, proyectos, a futuro muchas cosas.
Eres una chica con muchas ideas, veo. Sí. ¿Qué proyectos te gustaría?
Bueno, me gustaría mucho negocios de finca raíz, invertir en la bolsa, hacer una cantidad de cosas.
Qué bueno, mucha idea.
Sí.
Qué bueno. Y ya no contaste en qué trabajas, ¿cierto? ¿Qué haces?
Sí, trabajo en el departamento de cartera de una empresa que manejan vehículos tipo taxi.
Ah, ya, perfecto.
Exacto.
Super. ¿Y un niño de 12 años dijiste? 12, ok. Qué bueno. ¿Y tú te gustaría casarte, formar una familia, vivir en otro país?
Sí, claro, sí. Si está la posibilidad de eso, pues sí, me gustaría, claro.
¿Y por qué un hombre extranjero?
Como te digo, porque eso fomenta la creatividad, pues no solamente pues lo que yo pienso, sino que pues él también tiene otras costumbres, otras cosas, entonces pues ahí se fomenta la creatividad y todo, pues uno
tiene más ideas.
Exactamente.
Sí, qué bueno.
A otro nivel.
Sí. Laura, ¿tienes algo que te gustaría contar o decir a nuestros caballeros que están viendo?
Ah, no, que yo soy muy feliz.
Qué bueno. Que vengan pronto, ¿cierto? A conocer.
Pronto, que vengan a conocernos, nosotros, la agencia, las chicas, pues estamos aquí pues abiertas a conocerlos y a recibirlos.
Son reales, Laura es real. Sí. Sí, que ojalá que vengan pronto.
Exactamente.
Bueno, la verdad, lo primero y más importante es que sea un gran ser humano, que de ahí tiene que partir como todo. Y bueno, que tengamos los mismos gustos, que compartamos muchas cosas, porque yo creo que la persona que va a compartir tu vida tiene que parecerse mucho a ti.
¿Y cuáles son tus gustos? Cuéntanos un poquito, ¿cuáles son tus hobbies, por ejemplo? ¿Algún deporte?
Bueno, me encanta, sí, hacer deporte, me encanta el gimnasio, me encanta la naturaleza o el mar,
Sí.
me encanta el vino, los planes tranquilos.
Tranquilos, acampar.
Acampar, pero bueno, en un lugar que sea cómodo.
Ah, claro, con todas las comodidades. ¿Y tú, Jenny, cuáles son tus hobbies que haces en tu tiempo libre?
Yo soy deportista, también me gusta mucho leer y pues mi expectativa como tal de la persona que llegue a mi vida debe ser una persona con proyecciones y en especial que sea muy seguro de sí, porque la verdad si estamos acá no es por hobby, sino porque realmente somos personas serias y queremos por ende encontrar personas que compartan ese mismo pensamiento.
Así es, y de eso se trata, de que realmente puedas conectar con una persona que quiera, en este caso, formar una pareja contigo, hacer una relación sólida. ¿Te gustaría tener hijos?
Sí, claro.
¿Sí? ¿Uno, dos?
No, con dos estaría bien.
Con dos está bien, perfecto. ¿Te gustaría casarte, quedarte aquí en Colombia o prefieres estar en el extranjero?
Preferiría estar en el extranjero, pero eso es relativo y negociable. Después de que tú encuentres a alguien y esa persona sea tu complemento, pues yo creo que el lugar no importa.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Alguna ciudad que te llame la atención en particular?
Más bien no es ciudad como tal, sino como el continente europeo. Francia, me parece una ciudad muy romántica.
Y con mucha cultura, porque realmente tiene bastante cultura. Y cuéntanos tú un poquito, Giselle, ¿quieres tener hijos? ¿Cuáles son tus proyectos de vida?
Bueno, me encantan los hijos, no he tenido la oportunidad de tenerlos. Eso es si Dios quiere. Si Dios quiere, lo hacemos. Proyectos de vida, no soy como muy abierta. Yo pienso que yo puedo estar donde me sienta tranquila y feliz.
Bueno, que lo que le dé felicidad las rodee esta noche, chicas.
Muchas gracias.
Esperamos que de verdad disfruten. Recuerden que las pueden contactar a través de sus números de ID. Se los recuerda Giselle 187277 y a Jenny el 204739. Chicas, espero que esta noche sea la noche de ustedes y que disfruten. Gracias por confiar en nosotros. Chao, chao. Gracias.
Gracias a ti.